is adventure.
His fast gun for hire heeds the calling wind.
This is High Noon and welcome! Are you prepared to draw? I hope so! And I don't mean any of that liver-lizzied, gun-slinging stuff. And I don't mean any of that arty stuff. I'm here to do that. Yous all will just draw together, become family, friends, help each other, support each other, all that stuff. This is a place to have a good old time, friends and frolic, and all that stuff. Okay? This is it.
Hello, everyone. How are we all today? I hope we are doing good. So, what do we have here today? We have, um, instead of, well, if we get time, um, um, if we get time, I will get onto the manga. But right now, I'm just gonna practice some drawing in my manga character with my characters that I'm doing in the manga. I'm not sure whether I call them my manga characters or not, because I created the main character Piper outside of it. So, and unfortunately, as much as I wanted to, I did not get to practicing my manga drawing with lit watching or reading through stuff. So it is what it is, right? I got to make a more concerted effort. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do that I got to make more concerted efforts to do. So let's see. Yeah, we shared this out. Um, hey, Metal, how are you? I didn't watch all of it, but I kept it up to give you the view. So how'd your gaming go? Are you done it or? Okay, this is not looking like. Just wrapping up and heading to bed. Well, if Sketchbook is still in your chat, say hi to him for me. I saw that he was there. Maybe he'll end up here. Basically, ended the stream at the top of the hour on the dot. Okay, so you're not live anymore. Here, let me take that down then. Oh, is it showing you're still live here, or is it Oh, there, yeah. Okay, it ended. I told everyone to come here afterwards. Cool. Thank you. I guess you knew I'd be starting up. Well, Well, especially with you may or may not have got the thing. Notification when I put up about to go live for going live. Um, oh yeah, and just to do a quick report, Melvin 3 is got 11 backers and up to 42%. It is a $208 of its $500 goal American and 58 days to go. Is this looking manga-esque? Metal, if you're still here. Uh, well, does the one on the left, right look manga-esque? I really need to practice manga drawing. I got those couple books, digital books. Just they don't know. Do they? Well, it's hard to say. Um, we should get some manga reference for characters that I might like to emulate with Piper. Um, I'm trying to think of some good ones. He is an adult manga drawings. Um, Probably mid 20s. Um, Trying to think if there's anybody from My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia. Uh, what you need to practice is making the gesture layer first and then making your lines on it over it. Yeah, true, 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 true. I'm gonna go Pro Heroes. Let's see. Trying to just figure out. I don't want All Might. He's too big. I don't know all the characters though. That's my problem. Or their names. Looking at the guy with the hawk wing, or the bird wings. Any idea what his name is? So I can maybe get some good pictures of him. Let's see what. Oh, what Hawks. I think he's just called Hawks. Hawks. I like his face. Um, I think I could see Piper having a similar face. So let me see here. It's good. There is one thing. Um, okay, copy. I want to get a few of these just because, like I said, I'm going for the face, and I guess I need it from different angles. I don't want an exact duplicate of his face, obviously, but okay. So that one's not we'll get two more, and then we'll. Yeah, I think we'll do what you're saying. Put out a gesture drawing. Make a gesture drawing, and then work on the face. Okay, so just because I know usually they don't have a lot of extra lines like we do, which is the biggest, I guess, problem. Okay, we'll come back to showing that later. Okay, so we'll take this out completely. Okay, so here we go. What do we want Piper doing? Um, I guess it's what's a. I think I know what a gesture drawing is, but is that the basic positioning of your character? Here we go. There we go. So I guess metal might be gone, but you know. Okay, I will have his hand here, holding his. Oh no, a gesture is a rough sketch of the pose of your character. Uh, takes your character takes to give form to work off of. So, with what I'm doing here, would you consider this a gesture drawing? Yeah, I'm almost gone. Probably in like another 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Gonna shrink this, but you know what? Let's just grab his face here because neck because that's what I'm interested in. Uh, sort of. I'd go looser with sketch or brush pencil, but it's in the right direction. Because this is normally what I do for most of my things. I hate it when I try and copy on a layer that's not there. Uh, and if you're going to use black for gesture sketch layer, lower the opacity on this layer before you make lines. Oh yeah, yeah. Again, something I normally do. Right now, I'm just okay. Now sleep. Okay, later, Metal. Have a good sleep. Um, if you can keep it on, just so I can get the time view, it'd be nice if you're hearing me. What the heck? Let's see. Okay, there we go. We've upscaled that. Okay, so let's see. We'll just move this down a little. There we go. So, and of course, we need to lower the opacity. Okay, so here we go. So this is Piper. There we go. Yeah, I'm giving him a real serious tone here, aren't I? Let's see. Okay, so the thing is with anime, they don't usually do this sort of thing here. They do. And I might need to make. I'm gonna do a different layer for the hair there. I'm gonna move this one over just a touch while we, or maybe down a little. Okay, so let's bring this down to 120. Okay, really freaking the hair out on Piper here. It doesn't really look like the style I'm going for, but I want, but he almost looks punkerish, which isn't really a bad idea or thought for him. It looks like a hairstyle like out of the 80s. The big poofy hair almost. Now, the only thing is, I don't want him to be so serious looking in the face. I'm not quite sure how to do that, especially in manga. Or maybe it's we take something from one of these two here. We'll take it off there. Maybe the nose too. Okay, so let's see. Let's come back to this. Oh yeah, that gives him a lighter tone than just the. a little bit more playful, which I like. Okay, so now I'm actually gonna do the body on a different layer. We're gonna come down below the head, I guess here. Now that's the face that I've gotten a bunch of things for. Now the body, yeah, he has a similar body characteristic to thing, um, Hawks, but he does not have as much clothing on. Not that that's a bad thing. So trying to think who pro heroes that might be a good representation in manga from My Hero Academia. That's the one that I know the most, obviously. All Might again, too big, masculine, and also I would say Endeavor as well. I'm almost thinking the one teacher, the guy with the scarf. I forget what his name is, but I think he's a little bit too laid back looking. Trying to think of Eraserhead. Yeah, it's Eraserhead that I'm thinking of. But you know what? Except for the shoulders, he's probably pretty good. So you know what? Let's see whether we can get some Eraserhead here. Eraser. Yeah, I'm liking his face is actually even pretty good now that I see it. Um, but the problem is there's not a lot of good picks here for him. You know what? Let's take this one. Copy. We'll bring this one in. Control V. There's one. So again, we'll copy this one. It's not the best, um, but I'd like maybe a couple more. Obviously, um, let's see. You know, there's so many He's in it a lot. It's like, can we not have this actually half decent? How do we not have any full body there? I think that copy image. So but I'd like another pro hero or two um, to use as reference. I'm just not sure who. I like the way that the clothing sticks to him. Hey, Gillard, how are you? Good morning. Well, morning for you, afternoon for me. So, how are you doing today, John? I hope you are doing good. How was your weekend? Uh, hey, Rick and chat. Hope you're all having a blessed day. Hey, my sketchbook, how are you? Still working on the manga. I see. Yeah, right now I'm trying. I'm working on. I figure since I haven't practiced drawing manga a lot, I figured I would working on my characters and their look a little bit better. Um, like in the manga, trying. So this is my character Piper. He's the main character, obviously in it. I've got a couple different drawings of him. This is me trying to draw traditionally in a manga style. This is from a few years ago. Um, Piper, of course. I have some non manga type stuff for him. Here, let me show you what he looks like non manga style. Trying to get the feel for him. Sort by type. Good, brother. How's life in Hamilton? Great. Um, so here's a drawing I did of him quite some time ago. Not manga style, obviously, as well as another one. So I'm just trying to get the manga feel for him. I think it would help in drawing him in the manga better. And I can well, I do, but don't hate to keep asking. How's the cover coming? Um, I'd like sometime this week to set up the Kickstarter. Well, I've actually started, but it'd be nice to have the cover to show. And John might say something about Fun My Comics. I'm just doing it for the remastered. When I go to do my Canadian Shield 3 one with Snowdrift 2 and all that, that will be over on Fun My Comics. Or Fun My Comic. Oh, which reminds me, if you guys haven't, Timothy has launched Melvin 3 over on Fun My Comic. Let me get the link to that, people. And of course, I was the inker on that. Um, uh, Great. I'm going to get back to it after my runs. That's the link to Timothy's campaign. Let me give a quick show here of it. We're going to have Timothy on not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. And of course, Tim can jump on anytime he wants to shill, of course. But we're going to do like the whole interview type thing. And So here it is. Melvin 3 on Fund My Comics. He's got 11 backers, $208 so far with 58 days to go. $48. He's going for $500, 42% funded. You know, here is the cover, which Sid Tellis, I believe, is the penciler artist for it. I did the inks and the colors for this. And then, of course, there's thing. And then we got all the inks down here. There's some. These are. This is from the 5-page backup story. And then here, as you see, are some of the pages. I did an actual little promo for it, under a minute. So if you can, go check that out. And if you can, even buy something. You know, even if it's just the digital for $5. It gets it up there. So I finished the global part yesterday. Started on the lettering colors, then moved on to Canadian Shield himself. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so before I started doing this, showing off Tim's book and all that, I'm using My Hero Academia for my thought process. Because I don't know. Well, I know a few other ones, of course, but I think My Hero Academia is one that I know the most. I'm trying to, like I said, get the look, and I'm not sure. Trying to go off of one of the pro heroes. Or some of the pro heroes. I used Hawks for the face to, to inspire doing it. Obviously, it's not gonna look like Hawks. I'm trying to go with the pro ones because they're the adults, and my character Piper is an adult, of course. Um, Unfortunately, I'm just not sure of even all the pro heroes in My Hero Academia. Because well, of course I know All Might and Inferno, or not Inferno, no, Endeavor. They're both a little too big and muscular for Piper. I'm just trying to think of ones that aren't quite their size in My Hero Academia. Although I might have to use one of the girls just for his kilt. We'll call it a kilt. Show it sketchbook. DM me. Yeah, or if he wants, he can take another pic of it and show me if he's at home. Don't show Rick. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, I'm gonna grab this image. It might help. I don't know. Let's see. Machine. Let's see from clipboard. Oh, the wood guy here. Anybody know what this wood guy name is? I like his body. Okay, so wood hero. Copy. Okay, so yeah. Let's see. Illustration. There we go. Okay, so let's use these now as a help. Cancel. Okay. Let's make sure we're transform scale. We want to keep aspect ratio. I sent it, John. Okay, and I guess just to John because John said send it just to him. I DM'd it to you too, Rick. Okay. Okay, let's see. Looking good. And it's, yeah, I guess you only need to take a picture of what you've done so far. Okay. Now let's scale this one up as well. Well, Okay, what are you laughing about exactly? Obviously, it's probably something I said. I didn't see. I didn't see the don't show. uh, well, I guess that's too bad for John then, since you didn't see it. Works out for me. No, Dillard commented, don't show Rick, but I'm watching on the living room TV and commenting on the phone. I didn't see the chat. Okay, so. Uh,
What happened?
oh, hey, John, how are you? Uh, Sketchbook did not see your comment about don't show me.
Oh. Well, that's too bad. That would have been great.
It would have
Is he
been
doing it
great.
with colored pencil?
Pardon?
Is he doing it with colored pencils?
I think markers. Well, I know that's how he did the initial colors. I would assume that he's doing the shading, lighting with markers as well.
Man, how do you do lettering? Like, I stay away from that. Trying to do physical lettering, try to do all my lettering in digital. It is just a nightmare. Doing lettering physically.
Both. He said something. Um. Uh. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's hard.
No, it's always hard. If you think, hey, that was easy, then you probably did it wrong.
Although it's good lettering and all that. In some ways, I just wish he hadn't have done it because I wanted to use my regular lettering for Canadian Shield. But I gotta live with it now. So
Oh, you have to live with it.
or deal with it, however you want to say it. It's not like well, I guess I could say screw him and not use it because of that, but I'm not going to. After he's put in all that hard work. So what have you been up to this weekend?
Nothing, just work.
Just work.
Just work.
You sound like you're getting tired of work.
Yeah.
Is it just the any particular part of it or just overall?
Overall.
Almost sounds like you need
It's
a vacation.
just overall. It's all everything.
You can't wait to be done the Yellow Flash book.
No, I enjoy working on that. I can't wait to be done with everybody else's stuff.
Oh, and getting back to yours. Sketchbook says, "How's the family, John? You ever get your wife back for that pic of the kid with the cut with a cut?"
No, I never did.
And it's like, thanks for reminding me. Now I have to do that.
No, I wouldn't do that to her. What are you drawing? A lizard boy?
No, I'm trying to working on the manga version of my character Piper. I've tried it before, and like there's one example, and here's another example. This is what he looks like non-manga. I just figured if I'm gonna draw manga eyes, I need to practice them a little bit more. Especially since I haven't practiced doing manga that much. That manga style, so it's a little different what I'm normally used to. Although they're...
Those pictures look wildly different, like in body type and age. What is Piper's actual like age?
I'd say he's mid-20s.
And which manga style have you decided to go with?
Yeah, I know. People say manga style and they think it's all one thing, and really there's all sorts of...
No, I said which. I said which manga style.
Yeah, I know you did. I'm just telling my thought process how I get there. And some ways I know, and some ways I don't know. I guess I'm using in trying to create this one that I'm doing right now, My Hero Academia. So I guess My Hero Academia manga style. I don't know what specific type that would be, but
Let's go look it up.
my sketchbook says shonen probably if he's using My Hero Academia. Shonen Jump has their own style. I thought they would have had a bunch of different styles in Shonen Jump.
Well, they do. I was just basically asking, like, which manga artist are you going to try to emulate in your manga book? And if you're going with My Hero Academia, yeah, that's a good enough answer.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's the one probably I know the best out of most of them. My sketch says no. Shonen is the more action male centric discipline. Yeah, but even in that, there isn't different versions of action male. centric discipline. Uh, they each ha- they each has their own signature with in the genre, but each genre has guidelines.
Because the guy that does My Hero Academia is that guy that Horo, not Horo. I don't know, his name's like Koshi. They call him something Koshi, Horo Koshi. Like Horo, like that guy. That my it's like his shonen is a lot different in style than like a Toriyama style.
I will take your word for it. Because I know.
Toriyama's the Dragon Ball guy.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's like the first name that I ever learned. I thought everybody knew his name, Akira Toriyama.
Well, I don't really know Dragon Ball, and as much as I've watched all the the anime
I mean,
for
even if you're not like a super fan, I'm sure you know the name of like Walt Disney. You know, good lord.
yes, I know Walt Disney, but Disney is
Unfortunately for you, Dragon Ball's very popular, Rick. You get with it.
I know it's popular, but the names that go with it aren't popular. You know, like I don't know which book it was in, but you know, like Shonen Jump is a big name for books. You know, obviously in
It was probably
manga.
Moby Dick.
Walt Disney is the name of the company, so that's a little bit harder to miss. Toriyama style is very recognizable, says Sketchbook.
That's true.
Yeah, probably definitely for the people that are pay a lot of attention. But then again, the thing is, you know, I said it about even for Western comics, I didn't pay much attention to names.
Paid a lot of attention to cartoons. I loved cartoons.
Yeah. Well, I paid a lot of attention to cartoons. I just didn't pay attention to the makers and the artists of the cartoons. Uh, yeah, but Toriyama and Ghibli are as recognizable worldwide as Disney's style and name.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you know Toriyama doesn't actually do all of the illustrations for every single panel of every single cartoon that's ever been made out of Toriyama Studios. It's
yeah,
just the house style. Like Disney has a house style.
yeah. I don't know. For me, um, I get what you're saying, obviously, but for some reason, to me, it's not well known. You know,
Gotcha. It's
educate
called being
yourself.
ignorant, and that's okay.
You know, Disney was there while I was growing up, and that's how I know Disney. You know, lately they seem to be in the news every other day, and they're buying up everything, or trying to, or they were.
So what kind of hair does Piper have?
Longish. This is probably more accurate. This is probably more accurate. Straight.
So relatively straight hair, very little wave, and about mid back length.
Um, mid shoulder blade. Like not girl long, guy long, or maybe just a little bit more than guy long. If that makes any sense.
If it makes sense to you, I guess that's all that matters.
Well, I'm talking to you, and I'm not sure what you're doing. Somehow, I could be wrong. Somehow, I think you might be actually trying to draw him.
And what is this? Is this a skin tight leotard with a skirt?
Yeah, well, sort of, yeah. Well, it's supposed to be a one piece with the skirt, if you will. So almost be like quote unquote a dress, but it's supposed to be like a kilt, Piper. Although he's not sporting a bagpipe, but just trying to use that, I guess, medieval type dressing for him.
But make it skin tight on top and flowy on the bottom.
Yeah. And sketchbook laughed. Oh, and I was going to see whether you were showing what you were doing or not.
Nah.
And of course, you're probably seeing them slightly out of perspective too, so because of the way I've got showing things.
I am?
There's a little bit better there. Because I had my screen scrunched so I could see the chat. So the ratio is probably a little bit off for you.
Oh no.
No, I'm not sure whether that matters or not for you, but
Yeah, if I want to see what you're talking about.
there. Yeah, so there's how I did them originally. One of the two ways, manga style, and then so a tunic? No, like Link from Legend of Zelda. Yeah, I guess that would be it. A tunic.
Yeah, except that it's very, very skin tight like a wrestler on top.
Yeah. Well, I guess it could have. Always made it skin tight. I guess it could have a little bit of give, but it doesn't have to.
I mean, the character is the character. You gotta decide these things before you start drawing it.
Yeah, true.
So, is this tunic skin tight or is it not skin tight?
I guess we'll make it skin tight. Might as well keep with what I've done.
Wrong choice.
Well, I guess since I'm redoing it, I guess I could say either way, right? Not really confusing John, and John's like,
No, since you're redoing it, you'd have to decide which way you're going to redo it. You don't redo it and say either way. You redo it and say this is the new way.
well, that's what I mean.
If I'm doing it in manga,
Since I'm
this is the way it's done in manga.
that's what I mean. Since I'm redoing it, I can redo it, end up doing it either way, and so I can decide to do
So
it.
which way is it?
Guess we're gonna have it a little bit loose.
A loose tunic, like a sexy cabin boy.
Of hand, not big enough. Trying to tell me the arm is big enough either. So what do you got planned for the week? Just work?
Yeah. Nothing exciting.
Gonna do any more streaming again, or?
Yeah, probably later today, but today I have to go to the DMV at some point. And I don't like going to the DMV. I'm not looking forward to it.
That's probably what's got you down, knowing that you have to go to the DMV, right?
A little bit.
You got to renew your license, or
Yeah, they already revoked it. I don't have a license right now. I gotta go get my license. They wanted me to go and retest, and I never went to go do it because I don't got the time to do that. So now I gotta do it.
oh wow, that's not good. Why do they want you to
Whatever.
retest?
I think because it's been too many years without testing. when my wife wanted to go get her license renewed, they had made her retest as well. Not actual behind the wheel, just a written test.
Oh, okay. Well, still, that's a little weird. At
I
least
think
to
so.
me. They don't make you retest here until like you're in your 80s. And then it's like every year, every other year.
Oof, I haven't drawn manga in forever.
So so with you, since you didn't go before,
What's up?
is since you didn't go before to do it, how much is that going to affect you? Are you going to be able like to have your full license or what?
Yeah, yeah.
You
Shouldn't be a
don't. You're
problem.
not going to have to end up going on the graduated licensing or anything like that.
The hell is that?
Or step by
Oh,
step.
I don't think they do that kind of. No, there's no such thing over here. You either have your license or you don't.
Okay. Yeah, because I know. Well, here before they did plan to get your driver's license, if you will, like a 3 or 4 step plan. It used to be just get your beginners, or they called it 365, which lasted like 30 days or a year. I think a year, and then you after you got it, you could go go for your regular license. Now it's you get your they don't call it beginners anymore, and then there's stages where like there's G1, G2, and G1 you don't have all the privileges of a thing, regular driver. Like you can't drive at night and stuff like that. You can only have a number of people to number seat belts and stuff like that. Not that you can't. Not that you should be having more than the number of seat belts for the other way when you have your license, but obviously people do.
No, over here it's just you have your license or you don't. If you have your license, you can drive any car. Um, there's only special kinds of licenses if you want to drive specialized vehicles. Like you need a license, a separate license, different class of license.
Yeah, like you
If
need, I think, an
if
A
you want to
license
drive,
to a
I was
rig.
what? What?
An A license to drive a rig.
Well, like I said, it depends on what you want to do with your license. If you want to drive a specialized vehicle, you got to have a separate license or
Yeah,
a different class, an upgraded class of license. So if you wanted to drive a school bus that has, or you can drive a school bus with your regular Class C license. That's your citizen license, your Class C.
Oh, you.
But if you want to have over 15 passengers, then you have to have what's called a Class B with a passenger endorsement. If you want to drive a big rig, you have to have a Class A. But if you want to drive hazardous materials, you have to have a hazardous materials endorsement,
Yeah.
just to show that you know the rules and whatever. In case anything were to happen, you know how to handle the situation. But yeah, if you have a regular Class C license, which everybody gets when they either, you know, when they turn 18, when you're able to get your license, right? You turn 18
Yeah.
and you can get your license without whatever. I mean, the Class C license you get that allows you to drive anything from a subcompact car to a basically a monster truck. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we for here.
Any time of the day or night doesn't matter. It's just, if that's your license. You have a license to drive. You're good to drive.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Doesn't help me, but I like it. Here, that would just be, they'd call that a G. I guess G is in general license. We have a
Yeah.
C for inter chauffeur's license. Um, Allows you to drive small buses, if you will, probably the 15 passenger thing. And then I think B is for regular buses. A is again big rigs. If you have the air brakes, you need the Z.
Uh-huh.
I think it is. And then M is for motorcycle, the motorcycle license. Do you have a different one for
Oh yeah,
motor?
we do have a separate we do have a separate license for motorcycles. Yeah. And again, that's just an endorsement. Like you can have your license and go and get a bunch of endorsements on it. Like I have a Class A license, um, so I can drive a big rig.
Yeah.
But I could go and get a passenger endorsements. I can get, you know, hazardous material endorsements. I can get
Yeah.
whatever on it. But when they print it out, they give you a little stamp on it or a sticker on it or indication that you also have that.
And of course, that's for California, anyways. Some of the other states can be
That's
different.
for no. Well, yes and no. There's some small differences, but if you have a license in the United States, the license transfers to any state in the nation.
Yeah. I thought I had heard graduated, what we call graduated licensing here, worked its way down there. Unfortunately, it is all throughout Canada.
Like I know they have some little rules for people because they allow people here to get licenses before they turn 18, but they'll throw a bunch of rules on you. So people usually don't want to do that. The parents, especially, they don't want to spring for that because it's a headache.
Yeah.
So they're like, nah, you wait till you're 18 to get your license. Stupid.
Here, you used to be able to get it at 16. I think you still can, but you got to go through the graduated licensing, which takes about 3 years. Unfortunately, I was dumb and didn't get when I was 16. The graduated licensing thing wasn't in, and I had to go through it. And it doesn't matter what age you are, you've got to go through the graduated licensing now.
It's embarrassing and belittling.
Yeah. All because too many teenagers
'Cause I know
were.
when you have your graduated or your, we call that over here, you have your license, but it's a learning license or whatever, learner's license. You can't drive unless you're driving with somebody that's
Yeah,
licensed and over the age of 25 years old.
yeah, that was, we had that too. That was your learner's permit. They called it 365. They just put something in between your full license, your learners, and your full license.
Yeah, we don't have that over here. So
I don't
can I
like the
see
way
that
this.
picture of Piper, the green picture of Piper you have in the back? Can I see that one more time? What are those two things across his chest?
Well, I don't know what the one's for, but the one here, the one that's got the thing on it,
Is that like a quiver?
yeah, for his flute. When he's not playing it, he can stash it in there.
Okay.
I don't know why I put the other one on. I guess maybe I was thinking, although I never put it with it, another quiver or whatever. But so you don't have to include the one. Did I include it? Oh yeah, I did there. I've done it. There's only one that I haven't included it on. Does Rick have a moped? Moped, you actually need, I think, a Class M license. I do have an e-bike that's not working at the moment. That it almost seems like a motorcycle. It's because it has pedals. It's classed as or the type of pedals that it has. It's classed as a bicycle. So you don't need license. You don't know that you need insurance. Don't like the way that this turned out.
So what does Piper do other than play the pipe?
Um, I'm not completely sure of all of his abilities. He's got some athletic ability. I believe he is sketchbook. John, as my sketchbook said, is John drawing Piper as well? Um, we do see him jumping over, running across rooftops in the manga. So, he's probably got some fighting ability. But he probably relies a lot on his flute to do stuff. Well, I would say, well, I'm not sure whether I'd say trance. Because I know with different things, notes or whatever playing, he's in the manga, he's been able to Uh, uh, get cats to do what he wants, so he can influence like animals or whatever with his flute playing. Sort of like the Pied Piper did, with rats, but he can do it with more than just rats.
Or like Model 316.
But being able to run and jump across rooftops, he's obviously going to have some athletic ability, and he is supposed to be fighting crime, so you would hope he has some sort of fighting ability. Hey, Mike, how are you? So, are you drawing? Oh, you're drawing Piper as well, John.
Yeah, I've been sharing my screen for some time now.
Oh, okay. I did not know. Well, I'm working on mine, so. Okay, let me share what you are sharing. Window capture. Do, 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 do. Okay, so people can see both of us.
To listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once.
Okay. I like your hair. You put a,
mind plays tricks on me.
I think I'm gonna redo mine.
So why does he have a belt buckle and not one of those old-timey medieval belts? Is it like a special utility belt or something?
Probably. Well, I know he's gonna have a couple pouches on for whatever. I'm not sure exactly. But
I saw one pouch on this side right here.
Yes. Okay, so maybe it's only one pouch. I don't know. It's not like this is
couple of pouches.
Yes, I know it's crazy talk, right? More than one pouch? That's just crazy. Just because he only has, I only see one pouch. How can he have more than one?
This guy's some sort of a pouch fiend.
um, I don't know why I didn't think of. Well, yeah, like I thought of the medieval type dress. It's just like he's got tights on underneath, you know. So, um, I don't know. I guess I just didn't get creative with the belt buckle. You can get creative if you want with it.
Nah. He is what he is.
Heck, this one I haven't even put the belt buckle in yet. I almost forgot about it. Checkers thing. Alright. Oh, way too big there. So, if you're doing anything else and you don't feel like doing what you're doing, if you want to draw some pages of Snowdrift 2, I do have money that I could give you since I'm not sure whether that'll help any in your,
Oh, you got the script ready to go?
well, yeah, well, you have the script,
Do I?
yeah, because you've done the,
Go look.
or access to it, you have the first, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure you have the whole thing. in docks. Because you did do the first 5 pages of it. Not sure whether you remember doing the first 5 pages of it.
Let's see here. Yep, here it is. Sunset floating in the air about 20 feet over the ground. Ice shield.
Yeah.
No
So
one
you'd be
just
on
blasting
page
randomly,
6.
Never know who would get hurt. No one's gonna stop me taking out that drug dealer. Can I ask you questions about the sequence of events, or do you not want to do that online?
Oh, yeah, you can. Here, let me pull it up because might be good for me to actually see it when you ask. No, that's, I want docks, not drive. Shield 2. Okay, page 6. Okay. There, so pieces of chunk flying all over the place. Snowdrift creating a small ice shield in front of her. Ice chunks hitting Snowdrift shield. Panel 4, Snowdrift shooting blast from behind the shield. Sunset saying sunset behind Snowdrift. Did you think that was going to keep you safe? Okay. What were you wanting to ask?
Okay, so in the last page, Sunset is bursting through the wall of ice that she was creating.
Yeah.
She was creating the wall of ice, kind of like between, not only just between her and Sunset, but also her and the people.
Yeah.
But then it says pieces and chunks of ice fly all over the place. Did you want those like chunks of ice and stuff like hitting things, or what did you want happening in that panel? I don't understand it really.
Okay,
Like,
well,
just show ice flying through the air, or did you want like people running and?
depending on how, I guess it calls for a bit of a wide shot. Because Sunset blasts the ice shield, so I figure ice is going to be flying everywhere. From that, obvious, I would think obvious, but so yeah, you can draw people running, ice hitting things. You don't have to show either snowdrift or um, sunset in that panel if you don't want to. You can just show some crowd running, or they're still frozen there in fear or whatever you think might be appropriate. Maybe some people running, some people just standing there. I'm not sure. This is a 5 panel page, yeah. So I'm not sure how big you want to make the panel based on that.
Okay. And then it says Snowdrift creates a small ice shield in front of her. So I'm guessing kind of like a buckler, or maybe like a shield, like a chin to belt length shield.
Yeah, something that probably cover over her head. Probably like a foot into her front of her at best. By ice shield, I don't mean like a regular shield. Just like Iceman would do, throw up, I guess, a small wall right in front of him. That's more what I meant by ice shield, but I guess you could go either way.
Oh, I see.
Just she sees the small ice chunks coming at her, so she makes it appear so they don't hit her.
Oh, now this makes sense. Snowdrift shooting blast from behind the shield. Okay, I got it. And then all of a sudden, Sunset is behind her.
Yeah, because
she's behind the shield and Sunset.
The wall or whatever she's using has blocked her view, so that gives Sunset the time to sort of end up behind her. Fly around
and
behind her.
It says, and I never had powers before. What to do, you're smart woman.
Yeah, that's probably just bad grammar. It's just making alluding to other things that I'm going to reveal in time, which I've told you behind the scenes. But you might forget.
No, I remember everything. I just don't know why it's an exclamation point. It's like, does this mean that Snowdrift is... Because I don't really care about like the story, right? All I need to know is what kind of facial expression Snowdrift is making, and I don't understand this statement, so I don't know what expression to give her.
Okay.
She's shocked. She's in panic. She's resolute. What is she? As she spins around to see Sunset behind her, what expression is she making?
You've never had power. I guess more resolute because, she's saying, I've never had powers before. What do I do? I'm a smart woman! Like, I can think this through. I can get this thought through, I'm no dummy here. Stop acting like a dummy. You can figure it out. She's resolute to figure it out.
Okay, I got it. Alright, I can do this. I can actually put panel 2 and panel 3 into one panel.
Yeah, I guess that's good. Or did you want
2 separate panels because you wanted to put dialogue or something?
Well, I guess the dialogue can still be in. Well, if it become at that point to be panel 3, I guess that the dialogue could still go in that easy enough. Her shooting. But yeah, I guess I can see.
Some people, when they write their comics, they do them beat for beat. So they might say, like, there might be narration in one panel. As Snowdrift creates a small ice shield in front of her, she thinks this. In the next panel, as the ice chunks hit the shield, she then realizes blah blah blah. Like, is it 2 separate thoughts, or is it just one? Is it one thing? Is it they're hitting the ice shield as she's making the shield in front of her?
Yeah. Well, for me, I think it could be either or. Whatever. I know.
then I will take artistic license and I will make an impressive image instead of two small images.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. You know, when I'm writing it, like I'm not sure how long ago, 20 years ago. It's like I thought it would probably work better as two panels, but if you're thinking it would work better as one panel, I got no problem with that. You still there, John?
Yep.
So I guess it's no. Any questions on any of the other pages at the moment, or is that just good for now? Discuss
That's
anything?
good for now. I'll draw up the thumbnail page, and if you approve, then I'll move forward, and then you send payment.
Yeah, that's how it works, right?
Yep.
And you probably can use some extra money right about now, eh?
Not as much as I could use extra time.
Well, I can't help you with that one, John.
Sure, you can. You could just send me money and not require me to draw anything.
I guess I could, but then that wouldn't help for me getting my comic
Oh, I
drawn.
thought you were asking if it would help me.
Yeah, still getting the money helps a little bit. I mean, not as much as just the money in no time, but hopefully, when I'm down there in a month and a half, I might be able to have some money to give you for some pages. That way, I don't have to do it through PayPal. Save the money there.
Yeah.
They're free. I'm sure cold hard cash in your hands would be better than PayPal. It's probably about the same because it doesn't matter. You get it no matter what, right? And you can use it just as easy.
I don't know what this accusations are all about.
There's accusations.
Shit happens when you party naked. I don't know. Okay, so last time it was a left-hand page. No, it was a right-hand page, so now we're going to be on a left-hand page. Neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. Huh?
Oh, just trying to get this, do some stuff here, and I keep grabbing the wrong thing. I don't know how I do it. I'm positive I click one button and I end up clicking another.
Oh yeah.
I should have done this on a different layer. Okay, so why is
So how does Snowdrift typically shoot her ice beam power out of her hands? Does she do it with a closed fist? Does she do it with a pointed open fist, or like a flat knife edge hand kind of thing, pointing at the person?
I'd
Does
say
she do it with
open.
like three fingers up, like a Spider-Man? Does she do it
No.
like?
Um. Uh,
Does she do it like she's doing finger guns?
no. Let's see. Probably.
These are important things I need to know.
Just trying to do a quick drawing here. Something to that effect. Almost like Iron Man would shoot, a repulsor blast, but maybe the fingers curled a little bit more.
So she's shooting it out of the palm of her hand.
Yeah, or it would seem like that. It's not really coming out from the palm of her hands, or I don't think so. Oh, but it's generated from that area.
Okay, got it.
Again, I think like in a lot of ways, probably somebody to study is probably Iceman. Probably a lot of things with her are similar to Iceman. At least in the comics or whatever, of how she might do things. Let's see. Waiting for Halal to actually send me an invite for something that we do or are supposed to be doing at 2 here. Okay, so it's 2 o'clock. Anything you would like to promote, John?
I'm sorry, what?
Um, I'm just saying it's 2 o'clock. Anything you would like to promote?
Oh no, I'm good, thanks.
Uh-huh. Just because I'm going to be ending. Um, anyways, thanks for coming on, John. Thanks for everybody in the chat that came by and talked. It was great having you all here. Remember to go check out Melvin3 over on Fund My Comics. I am doing the inking on that, so, you know, or I did the inking on that, I should say. So we'll catch you all later. Bye for now. God bless.